Dear soul, I am your guardian angel, and I have come to bring you an urgent message from the heavens. You need to listen carefully, because what I have to tell you today is something that could change everything in your journey. And if you don't listen until the end, you might miss the most important truth that the universe is trying to reveal to you. Your soulmate has chosen another path. But before you let fear or sadness take over your heart, you must understand that this is not what it seems. This is not the end of your connection. This is not a farewell. There is a reason behind this choice, a reason that only the divine forces truly know. And today, I will unveil the hidden meaning behind it. You have been searching for answers. You have been asking the heavens for clarity, for a sign, for a confirmation that your love story is not over. And that is why this message has reached you now. It is no coincidence that you are hearing this. It is part of something greater, something that is unfolding in perfect divine timing. There is something about your soulmate's decision that you do not yet understand, something that could change the course of your destiny. And that is exactly why you cannot stop listening. The truth is bigger than you imagine, and there is still much that you need to know. So, stay with me, dear soul, because as this message unfolds, I will reveal everything. I will show you what this change truly means for your love, your future, and the connection that still exists between you. But first, before we go any further, take a deep breath and open your heart. And if you truly seek guidance, if you are ready to receive what the universe is trying to tell you, let your voice be heard. Declare your acceptance of this truth by writing, "I receive this message," in the comments below. Let the heavens know that you are ready, because what comes next will change everything. Dear soul, now that you have opened your heart to this message, it is time to understand what is truly happening. Your soulmate's decision to walk another path may have left you with doubts, fears, and unanswered questions. But know this, nothing that happens in your journey is without divine purpose. Every step, every shift, and every separation holds a meaning that extends beyond what the eyes can see. And what you need to know right now is that this choice was not made to break your connection, but rather to prepare both of you for something greater. There is a sacred order to everything in the universe. What may seem like distance, loss, or even rejection is, in reality, part of a larger alignment. Your soulmate did not walk away from you by accident. This moment was destined to happen, and it is unfolding exactly as it should. Even if you cannot yet see it, even if it feels painful or uncertain, know that this is not the final chapter of your love story. There is more, much more, waiting ahead. But before you can receive what is to come, you must first understand why this is happening. When two souls are deeply connected, their journeys are intertwined. But sometimes, in order to reunite in the right way, at the right time, and in the right energy, they must first walk separate roads. There is healing that must take place, growth that must be achieved, lessons that must be learned. The universe is not separating you from your soulmate. It is refining your connection so that when the time comes, nothing will stand in the way. This is why you must not see this as an ending. Your soulmate is not gone from your destiny. Their energy is still connected to yours, even if their steps have led them elsewhere for now. And the most important truth you must understand is this: love that is meant to be will always find its way back. No distance, no decision, no temporary separation can ever truly sever what is divinely ordained. But now comes the most important part, dear soul. You are not meant to simply wait in uncertainty, wondering what will happen next. There is something you must do, something that will shift everything in your favor. Because while your soulmate is walking their path, your energy is also being prepared for what comes next. And that means the choices you make now will shape the outcome of this journey. Right now, the universe is working behind the scenes, orchestrating events that you cannot yet see. Your soulmate may not even fully understand why they have been led down this road, but the truth is, their heart has never truly let go. Even if they are trying to move forward, even if they appear distant, something deep within them still feels the pull toward you. Because when two souls are meant to be together, no decision, no momentary distraction, and no external force can erase that connection. And here is what you must know. The more you align with your divine path, the more you accelerate the return of what is meant for you. The energy between you and your soulmate is like a thread, stretching across time and space. When you raise your vibration, when you step into your own purpose, You are not just waiting. You are actively pulling them back into alignment with you. But the greatest mistake you can make now is to lose yourself in sadness or fear. Because if you focus only on the pain of separation, you may unknowingly create an energy of resistance that keeps the reunion from happening. Instead, you must trust. You must understand that everything is happening exactly as it should, and you must allow this divine process to unfold. Do not fear this moment. Do not see it as a loss. See it as a transformation. You are being called to embrace your own growth, to step into the energy of love, not longing. Because when you do, something extraordinary will happen. The universe will respond to you. Your soulmate will feel the shift. And even from afar, even on a different path, their soul will begin to remember. This is why you must keep listening, dear soul, because there is something else, something hidden in all of this that you may not have realized yet. A sign that has already begun to appear, revealing that your connection is still very much alive. And if you have seen it, even once, then you know that what I am saying is true. But if you haven't noticed it yet, don't worry. I will reveal everything in the next part of this message, because this sign is more important than you realize. It holds a secret about what is coming next. And when you see it, when you recognize it, you will understand that your soulmate's journey is still leading them back to you. So, stay with me, dear soul, because what I am about to share next may change the way you see everything. And before we continue with this very special message, I invite you to support this space of connection. Become a member of the channel, and if you feel this message is touching your heart, don't forget to click on thanks below the video. This helps us continue bringing messages full of love and hope like this one. Now, let's move on to what matters most. Dear soul, now that you have begun to understand that this separation is not an ending, but rather a transformation, it is time to uncover the deeper truth. There is a reason why your soulmate has been led to another path, and it is not to erase your connection. In fact, the opposite is true. This shift is happening to prepare both of you for something far greater than what you have ever imagined. You see, when two souls are deeply connected, their journeys are never random. Every choice, every turn, and every unexpected event is part of a divine plan that unfolds with perfect precision. It may not always make sense in the moment, and it may feel like the universe is pulling you apart, but in reality, it is creating the perfect conditions for what is meant to be. Right now, your soulmate is on a path of transformation, and whether they realize it or not, this journey is leading them toward the exact lessons they need to learn before they can fully embrace the love that was destined for them. And the same is true for you. There are moments in life when love is not about being together immediately, but about growing into the people who can fully receive that love when the time is right. The universe does not make mistakes. If your soulmate had stayed where they were, if things had continued exactly as they were before, something crucial would have been missing. There was something within them, or within you, that still needed to evolve, to heal, to awaken. And that is why this separation had to happen. But here is what you must understand, dear soul. Just because they are walking a different road does not mean they have forgotten you. It does not mean they do not feel the connection. In fact, something deep inside them is still calling out to you, even if they do not fully comprehend it yet. The universe works in mysterious ways. Sometimes, the only way to bring two people together in the most powerful way is to first allow them to walk apart. It is during this time that the soul undergoes its greatest changes. It is in the quiet moments of solitude, in the absence of what once felt certain, that true realization begins to take place. Your soulmate may believe they are making a choice entirely on their own. They may think they are moving forward into something new, something unknown. But the truth is, their soul already knows where it belongs. No matter where they go, no matter how much time passes, the pull of destiny cannot be ignored forever. And this is where something truly powerful happens. There will come a moment, a divine moment, when the path they have chosen will lead them to a realization so profound that it will shake them to their core. They will begin to see the truth. They will begin to feel the absence of something irreplaceable. And that is when everything will start to shift once again. But dear soul, here is the part you must not forget. How you respond to this separation will shape what happens next. The energy you hold, the thoughts you nurture, the emotions you allow yourself to dwell in. These are not just internal experiences. They are signals you are sending into the universe, signals that will either draw your soulmate closer or push them further away. If you allow yourself to sink into despair, if you hold on to fear, doubt, or resentment, you may unknowingly create resistance that delays the reunion that is already written in the stars. But if you trust, if you surrender to the process, if you step fully into your own growth and alignment, you will become a magnet for the love that is meant for you. This is why you must not chase, nor should you dwell in longing. Instead, you must rise. You must embrace the journey that is unfolding before you, because the more you step into your highest self, the more you align with your divine path, the stronger the pull between you and your soulmate will become. The universe is not asking you to wait in suffering. It is asking you to evolve in love, to become the version of yourself that is ready for the reunion that is coming. And that reunion, dear soul, is closer than you think. But before we speak of what happens next, before we dive into the signs that are already appearing to confirm this truth, there is something else you must know. There is a force at work in this situation that is more powerful than any earthly choice, a divine energy that is shaping events in ways you cannot yet see. And once you understand it, once you realize how it has already begun to reveal itself, you will never again doubt that your soulmate's path is still leading them back to you. So stay with me, dear soul, because what I am about to reveal next may be the confirmation you have been waiting for all along. Dear soul, now that you understand the greater purpose behind your soulmate's decision, it is time to look beyond what your eyes can see. Because even though it may seem like they have chosen another path, the truth is that the universe has never stopped working to align your connection. And if you pay close attention, you will begin to notice the signs that prove this love story is far from over. These signs are not coincidences. They are messages, confirmations from the divine forces that guide your journey. And whether you have already seen them or are just beginning to open your heart to them, know this: when something is meant for you, it will always find a way to reveal itself. One of the first signs that your soulmate is still connected to you is through dreams. Have you found yourself dreaming about them lately? Have you seen their face, heard their voice, or felt their presence in a way that seemed more real than just a simple dream? This is not your imagination playing tricks on you. It is their soul reaching out to yours, even if they do not consciously realize it. Dreams are one of the most powerful ways in which souls communicate beyond the limits of time and space. And if you have experienced this, even once, know that your soulmate is feeling the pull of your connection just as much as you are. They may not fully understand it, but their spirit recognizes it. But dreams are not the only sign. There are also the synchronicities, those seemingly random moments that carry a hidden message just for you. Have you noticed repeating numbers, such as 1111, 222, or 333? Have you suddenly heard their name in unexpected places? Have you come across a song that instantly reminds you of them, as if the universe itself placed it in your path at just the right moment? These are not accidents. These are divine signals, guiding you toward the truth. When you see these signs, it is the universe whispering to you, reminding you that your connection is still alive, that the energy between you and your soulmate has not faded. And yet, there is one sign that is even more powerful than all the others, a sign that, when it happens, will leave no doubt in your heart that your soulmate is still feeling your presence, still sensing the invisible thread that ties you together. It is that unexpected moment when they return to your life in some way, perhaps through a message, a call, or even a chance encounter. It may happen when you least expect it, but when it does, you will feel it in your soul. Because even though your soulmate has chosen another path for now, the pull of destiny cannot be ignored forever. The universe is constantly working to realign what is meant to be. And when the right moment arrives, when they have walked the road they needed to walk, they will feel the undeniable force that leads them back to you. But dear soul, here is what you must understand. These signs are not just for you to observe, they are for you to respond to. When the universe speaks, you must listen. When you see these signs, acknowledge them, feel them, allow them to remind you that this journey is not in vain. And most importantly, do not let fear or doubt cloud your heart, because the more you trust in this divine process, the stronger your connection will become. The energy between you and your soulmate is not something that can be broken by distance or time. It is an eternal bond, one that is being guided back into alignment, even as we speak. But there is something else, something that very few people truly understand about soul connections. And it is the reason why, no matter where your soulmate goes, no matter how much time passes, this connection will never truly disappear. It is the key to everything that is about to unfold. And once you understand it, you will see your journey in a completely new light. So stay with me, dear soul, because what I am about to reveal next may be the most important truth you will ever hear about the love that is meant for you. Dear soul, now that you have begun to see the signs, now that you understand that your soulmate's path is still mysteriously tied to yours, the most important question remains: what must you do? Because make no mistake, you are not meant to simply wait in silence, hoping for destiny to bring them back. The universe does not ask you to be passive. It asks you to align. There is a force stronger than time, stronger than distance, stronger even than the choices that may have momentarily separated you. That force is energy. And right now, whether you realize it or not, your energy is speaking louder than words. When you think of your soulmate, what is the emotion that fills your heart? Is it longing? Is it sadness? Is it fear? Or is it love? Because whatever you feel, whatever you focus on, is exactly what you are sending out into the universe. And your soulmate, consciously or not, feels it. This is why you must be mindful of what you allow yourself to dwell on. If you spend your days lost in grief, in doubt, in thoughts of, what if they never come back? Then you are creating resistance. You are sending out a vibration of separation, and unknowingly, you may be making it harder for the universe to realign your connection. But if instead, you choose to step into faith, if you focus not on the absence but on the certainty that what is meant for you will return, then you shift everything. You become a magnet for reunion. Your soulmate's journey may have led them in a different direction for now, but that does not mean the story is over. There is a divine law that governs soul connections. What belongs to you by destiny cannot be taken away. No decision they make, no obstacle that appears, no momentary distraction can break what the universe has already written. But, dear soul, do you know the biggest mistake people make in situations like this? They chase. They desperately try to pull their soulmate back, fearing that if they do not act, they will lose them forever. But what they do not realize is that true love is never forced. It is only ever recognized. You do not need to chase your soulmate. You need to call them in energetically. And there is a powerful way to do this. It starts with letting go, not of the love, but of the fear. Let go of the idea that you need to do something to convince them, to change their mind, to make them see what they cannot see yet. Instead, shift your focus inward. Align yourself with your highest vibration. Step fully into your divine purpose. Because here is the truth. When you raise your energy, when you become the most radiant version of yourself, your soulmate will feel it. They will not know why, but suddenly, thoughts of you will return. Memories will resurface. Their heart will begin to stir, and the invisible thread that connects you will start pulling them back. But this cannot happen if you are stuck in pain. This cannot happen if your energy is heavy with doubt. The universe is waiting for you to step into trust. And when you do, something extraordinary will happen. The universe will begin to accelerate the timeline of your reunion. Doors will open. Unexpected events will unfold. And your soulmate will be drawn toward you, not because you forced it, but because your energy called them home. But you must be ready, because when that moment comes, when your soulmate begins to feel the pull, there is one thing that will determine everything. It is the final lesson in this journey, the one truth that will decide whether your love is truly meant to come together now, or whether the universe still needs more time. And dear soul, this truth is something that most people overlook. But once you understand it, once you embrace it, you will never again fear losing what was meant for you. So stay with me, because what I am about to reveal next may be the most powerful key to unlocking the future you have been waiting for. Dear soul, now that you have begun to align with your highest energy, now that you understand that love is not about chasing but about attracting, it is time for you to know a truth that very few people ever realize about soul connections. This truth is the key to everything, and once you truly understand it, you will never look at love the same way again. The greatest mistake people make when they feel their soulmate has taken another path is believing that the connection has been broken. They think that if there is distance, if their soulmate is with someone else, or if time has passed, it means the love is lost forever. But dear soul, this is an illusion. What is real, what is eternal, is the bond that was created beyond this lifetime. A soulmate is not just a person who appears in your life. A soulmate is a reflection of your deepest energy, your truest self. They are connected to you not by circumstances, not by choices alone, but by something far greater, the divine thread that ties your souls together. And no decision, no separation, no moment in time can break that thread. Your soulmate may believe they are walking away. They may think they are moving forward into a different life, a different destiny. But what they do not yet understand is that no matter where they go, your energy remains imprinted on their soul. They may try to forget. They may try to convince themselves that they are following a different path. But deep within them, something still whispers your name. Have you ever felt this? Have you ever tried to move forward, only to feel the undeniable presence of this connection pulling you back? That is because the bond between soulmates does not simply disappear. It lingers, waiting for the moment when both souls are ready to embrace it fully. But here is where many people go wrong. Instead of trusting in this truth, they allow fear to consume them. They believe that if they do not do something, if they do not hold on tightly, they will lose their soulmate forever. And in doing so, they create resistance. They block the natural flow of destiny. Dear soul, listen carefully. What is truly meant for you cannot be lost. No force in the universe can take away what was written for your soul. But what you must understand is that sometimes love must take the long road home. Your soulmate's journey is not about choosing someone over you. It is not about rejecting you or leaving you behind. It is about becoming the person they need to be in order to love you fully. Because a love like this, a love that transcends lifetimes, cannot be rushed. It cannot be forced. It must unfold in divine timing. This is why you must release the fear of loss. Your soulmate is not lost. They are becoming. And the more you step into trust, the more you allow yourself to grow, the stronger the pull between you will become. But there is something else, something that very few people ever recognize about soul connections. The universe is always watching. The universe is always listening, and it is constantly responding to the energy you send out. If you hold on to doubt, if you question whether this love is real, the universe will reflect that uncertainty back to you. But if you trust, if you truly surrender to the knowing that this love is destined, then the universe will align every moment, every opportunity, every divine encounter to bring this connection back into your life. Because the truth is, your soulmate is already feeling this pull. Even if they do not understand it yet, even if they cannot explain it, something deep inside them is shifting. They may not have the words for it, but they are beginning to feel the weight of this connection in ways they never expected. And do you know why? Because you have changed. Because you have chosen to step into your highest vibration. Because your energy is no longer one of longing, but of certainty. And certainty, dear soul, is the most powerful force of all. But now, you must prepare, because something is coming. A moment that will test everything you have learned. A moment that will reveal whether your soulmate is truly ready to return, or whether the universe still requires more time. And this moment, dear soul, is closer than you think. So stay with me, because what I am about to reveal next may be the most important message you will ever hear about the future of this love. Dear soul, now that you understand the deeper truth about soul connections, there is something you need to know, something that could change the way you see everything. Your soulmate, even as they walk another path, even as they try to move forward, is feeling something they cannot explain. And whether they realize it or not, their soul is calling out to you. Right now, at this very moment, your soulmate is experiencing an awakening that they cannot put into words. They may not fully understand why, but deep within them, something is shifting. They have tried to convince themselves that their decision was the right one. They have told themselves that they are moving forward, that they are choosing a new direction. But no matter where they go, no matter how far they try to run, there is a part of them that cannot let go of you. Have you felt it too? Have you suddenly thought of them without reason, felt their presence as if they were near, or even experienced emotions that seem to come from nowhere? That is because your energies are still intertwined. Your soulmate is feeling you, just as you are feeling them. And here's the truth that no one has told them yet. Their heart has never truly left. Even if they are with someone else, even if they appear happy on the surface, there is an emptiness within them that they cannot fill. They may not admit it to themselves. They may not even be aware of it, but something inside them is restless. Because when two souls are destined, when a connection is written in the stars, nothing else will ever feel quite right. And so, even in their silence, even in their distance, your soulmate is searching for something. They may not know it yet, but what they are searching for is you. But here is where most people go wrong. They assume that just because their soulmate is feeling this pull, they will immediately return. But dear soul, the journey back is not about feeling. It is about realizing. Your soulmate is on the edge of an awakening. They are beginning to sense that something is missing, but they have not yet fully understood why. They have not yet connected the dots. And that is why the universe is creating moments, situations, and signs that will lead them toward the truth. Right now, the universe is whispering to them. It is placing reminders in their path, forcing them to see what they have tried to ignore. Maybe they hear a song that brings them back to you. Maybe they see someone who looks like you. Maybe they catch themselves saying your name without even realizing it. And the more they fight it, the stronger it becomes. Because love like this does not fade. It does not disappear. It waits. It transforms. It finds a way. But here's the most important part, dear soul. The moment of realization is coming. There will be a turning point. A moment where your soulmate will finally understand what their heart has been trying to tell them all along. And when that moment comes, everything will change. But what happens next depends on you. Because as much as your soulmate is feeling this connection, as much as they are beginning to awaken, the final step will not come from them alone. It will come from the energy that you are sending out into the universe. And if you are not ready, if your energy is filled with doubt, fear, or impatience, you may delay what is already meant to be. This is why the next step is crucial. Because now, more than ever, you have the power to accelerate this reunion. But to do that, you must understand something that very few people ever realize about love, destiny, and divine timing. And once you do, once you fully embrace this truth, you will no longer question whether your soulmate will return. You will know that they are already on their way. So stay with me, dear soul, because what I am about to reveal next will bring everything into clarity. Dear soul, now you have reached the most important part of this message. Everything you have heard until now has been preparing you for this moment, the moment when you finally understand what is coming next. Because make no mistake, your journey with your soulmate is far from over. In fact, it is only just beginning. You see, the universe has been orchestrating something far greater than what you can perceive with your human eyes. Every event, every sign, every shift in your energy has been leading you toward this very moment. And now, you stand at a crossroads. The choices you make from here on will determine everything. Right now, your soulmate is on the verge of a realization. Whether they are fully aware of it or not, something deep within them is stirring. They are beginning to question everything. The path they chose, the one they believed was leading them toward something new, is beginning to feel incomplete. It is as if they are walking forward, but no matter how far they go, something remains unresolved. And do you know why? Because the bond between you was never meant to be broken. It was meant to be understood. Your soulmate needed this journey to see clearly, to recognize the difference between temporary distractions and eternal love. They needed to experience this separation in order to feel what it truly means to miss something that cannot be replaced. And now, that moment of recognition is approaching. The universe is creating a divine intervention, a situation that will force them to see the truth they have been avoiding. It may come as an unexpected encounter, a sudden surge of emotions, or even a moment of deep longing that shakes them to their core. But when it happens, when that realization finally hits them, they will know. They will know that no matter how far they have strayed, no matter how much time has passed, their heart still belongs to you. But dear soul, here is the final and most crucial truth. They must choose you, not because they feel lost, not because they are afraid of being alone, but because they are finally ready. And this is where your role becomes more important than ever. Because if your soulmate is awakening, If their heart is opening once again, they will look for a sign. They will feel the pull toward you, but they will also feel uncertainty. They will wonder, is it too late? Will they still accept me? Have I lost my chance? And in that moment, the energy you are holding will guide them. If you are still lost in doubt, if you are still carrying pain, they will sense it. They will hesitate. But if you are standing in your power, if you have stepped fully into the knowing that this love was never in jeopardy, then your energy will draw them in like a magnet. Because here is the final revelation that you must never forget. Reunion is not about time. It is about alignment. It does not matter how much time has passed. It does not matter what choices were made along the way. What matters is whether you are both finally standing in the energy of readiness, in the vibration of divine love, in the space where you can truly see each other's souls, fully, completely, without fear. And dear soul, if you are hearing this message, it is because the time is near. The universe is aligning everything for a moment that will bring you clarity, a moment when you will see the truth unfold before your very eyes. And when that moment comes, you will not need to force anything. You will not need to chase or question or wonder. You will simply know. So now, I ask you, dear soul, are you ready? Are you ready to receive what has always been yours? Are you ready to embrace the love that was written in the stars? If your heart says yes, if your soul feels the truth of these words, then make it known. Speak it into existence. Declare it to the universe. Write in the comments, I am ready for my destiny. Dear soul, if this video was meaningful to you, leave a thanks below this video as a gesture of gratitude for this revelation. This strengthens us to keep sharing messages of connection and faith, because the moment you do, you are no longer just waiting, you are aligning. And when you align, dear soul, everything changes. The reunion is already on its way. The only question is, will you be ready to receive it?